Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive D Style here. Make sure you throw a jab at the like button if you're listening on Archive. All right, make sure you do that. All right, very, very important. Make sure that the like button turns blue. Phil, Jay, 508 in the chat says salute D Styles. And we got Trey finally says, what's up, D Style? I'm driving on my way to work. I will check it in. I will check in when I get there. And he gives the peace sign. I appreciate support you guys listening, tuning in to yet another fantasy draft. This is now the fourth draft that we'll be doing. We did one for welterweight. We did one for lightweight, for middleweight. Now we're doing one for featherweight. All right. Check out the community page for the most recent fantasy boxing magazine. Okay, so some quotes from some of the closest fights, the guys that did not advance. Of course, great stuff, great debate, great discussion, and what we do here on D-Style Boxing Live, we don't just, I don't just pick a draft. I don't just pick a bracket. You know what I mean? It's just not something I just do. You guys select the fighters. You guys select the matchups and in turn create the brackets, and then we'll go from there. That makes it organic. That makes it a little interesting. All right. And again, I want to thank everybody that's participated in this, whatever you want to call it, project. Okay. It's fun. It's exciting. Hosting the tournaments. There's going to be some changes taking place just for the sake of time and stuff like that. I mean, this is something we just started that were fun, but it may take 2 weeks to complete a whole tournament now. That way we could do it in two weekends. That way the shows are not too long just by themselves. And so that's just to keep that in mind. All right. Let's see here. Let me get something out here. I'm going to just share this really quick. Make sure you share this on all your social media platforms. And again, stay here. We're going to do some selections in the process. And you got to be here. The people have to be here in order for us to continue with this process. Okay. Featherweight is definitely one of my favorite division of all time. That's 126 pounds. I grew up watching featherweights. My grandfather would tell me about featherweight fighters like Pajarito Moreno and Kid Basie and or Bassie, Davey Moore. Just a lot of great fighters of the past in the 50s, especially. Although this will not include the 50s, future tournaments will, right? But right now we're doing certain eras, and this draft. It's going to be 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, the 2010s, and any active featherweight fighters. Okay. So this should be fun. We'll start the selection process in a little bit. Get This Smoke is in the chat. What's going on to Get This Smoke? Let me send one more message. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. All right. Now, I mean, there's been a lot of featherweights in our time. A lot of guys that did a lot of great things, and some of them moved up to do other greater things. But a lot of fighters have either been great featherweights throughout their career, or they've started featherweight and moved up the ranks and did some heavy machinery. In the States, the featherweight division. Although it was, pretty big in, parts of California where a lot of Latinos were, and even before that with Willie Pep and whatnot, Sandy Saddler, there was a lot of popularity with the featherweight division in the early days. But then in terms of when television really started to kick off, and there was that HBO era, it didn't really blow up like that in the States until Nassim Hamed, right? The featherweights was more kind of like a, Asian country, a Latin country type of deal. But with Nassim Hamed, there was an explosion. And from there, Barreras and Moraleses and eventually Pacquiao started to hit the scene. So this is a division That's big. It's one of the original 8 divisions as well. So a lot to go over here. Um, Once again, thank you guys. Make sure you throw a jab at the like button, share the video. We'll start the selection process in a little bit. All right. We'll start off with the active 2010 2020. We'll select the fighters. Although you guys select, I do still make it a judgment call on who gets in, who doesn't. Some fighters will be put up for a vote to see if they qualify to get in, and then we'll do the same with the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Put them on the other side, and same thing, right? We'll select, some will be put up for a vote, and then some will just go through. The What we do is we start to draft, and I start selecting first with members, and then they select the matchups. Okay, and then whoever's available in the chat wants to go, they select the next matchup. How do you select the matches? Well, you do it by selecting first out of the one group, which is active 2010 2000, 2000s, and then from there we go with the 70s, 80s, 90s, and pit one against the other. That's pretty much how we do this. That's how the draft takes place. Some of you are already familiar with the process. All right. Saturdays and Sundays is when we do the fantasy tournaments, at least now, while boxing is not on the air. And as mentioned, we may have to do more than 2 shows now to make sure the shows are not as long, but at the same time, we don't lose the quality of the shows themselves, right? So I put out a poll. A lot of people like the way the welterweight one was done in that style, so I hear you. Some people like the other ones, of course. So I got to do some adjustments and go from there. All right, make sure you guys don't go anywhere. We got to start the process in a little bit. Okay, I appreciate the thumbs up. Stay right here. All right, as we begin. In fact, let's just go ahead and get this going. So I'll wait for a few more people to come in. Let's first start with the following. Let me go ahead and share this screen really quick. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen. Right now it's blank. You don't see anything at the moment with this screen because we haven't added any fighters. I guess we'll stay on here as we start this process. So the first thing I need you guys to do, and we need at least 4 from each decade, by the way, minimum. No matter what decade it is, minimum of 4. Okay, Big Dog Willie in the house. What's going on, Big Dog Willie? Stay here, man. We got the selection process to get through. All right. So first, what are some active fighters, that you guys feel active at featherweight, that you guys feel that should maybe be part of this tournament? Remember, we got to make sure some skilled fighters, some guys that can hang in there, man. You know what I mean? I can propose one to start things off, which is Gary Russell Jr. All right. There's Gary Russell. All right. What do you guys think of that name? You think Gary Russell Jr. should be in this tournament? Shakur Stevenson, well, we're going to have to put him up for a vote, Big Dog, because Shakur doesn't have a lot of experience. You know what I mean? The jury's still out on him. It's hard to pit him in. I mean, can you picture him against Salvador Sanchez? You know what I mean? We got to think about those things. But we can put Shakur Stevenson up for a vote, maybe, if we get back to that. But good name, all right? There's Orlando Salido. If you guys want to start giving me some names of active or 2010 guys who fought in 2010s or active featherweights, and we will go from there. Here are some names. There's Orlando Salido, Abner Maris, Lomachenko, Chris John, Gary Russell, Johnny Gonzalez, Juanma Lopez, Yurikus Gamboa, Nicholas Walters, Carl Frampton, De Leon, Leo Santa Cruz. Get the Smoke says, Leo Santa Cruz says Big Dog Willie. All right. So I do like the name of Gary Russell. All right. And Leo Santa Cruz. You know what's crazy about this is that Gary still can't get his hands on Leo Santa Cruz. because no one can even draft that matchup. Like he still can't get his matchup on him. All right. Let's get forward before we move to this next decade. We could always come back, right? But make sure you guys throw me some names of some active or guys who fought in 2010s at featherweight. Uh, I know Get the Smoke said Gary Russell Jr., Big Dog Willis at Leo Santa Cruz. Go ahead and let's start the selection process. Give me some names. Give me some names. Don't be shy. All right. So right now we just got Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz. That's all we got at the moment. Is that it? Give me two more names. Two more names for the guys of the last 10 years. Give me two more names. You guys are sitting idle. Give me two names. Carl Frampton. All right. I'll put him up for a vote a little bit. Loma, we're definitely going to put Lomachenko in there. All right. Still, Lomachenko is going to make this list. Frampton, I mean, let's think about this for a second. Do you guys want Frampton? I mean, that's definitely a name, but what about Ponce de Leon, Johnny Gonzalez, Chris John, Gamboa says get the smoke, okay? Abner Mares. We'll put Carl Frampton in there. All right, and we'll go ahead and put Gamboa. Dude was a beast at 126 pounds. Okay, he was a beast at that weight class. All right, don't confuse the 135 Gamboa with a guy at 126. All right. What about Orlando Salido? Anybody want Orlando Salido in there? Does anybody want Orlando Salido? What do you guys think about Orlando Salido? Got 10 people on here. Let's say only Get the Smoke and Big Dog Willie want to shoot out names. But what do you guys think about that name? Any of those names? Abner Mares. We'll hold off with some of those. Let's hold off on some of those. And let's go now to the 2000s. All right? We got quite some names here from the 2000s. Who wants to shoot me some names? I don't want to spoil any of the names. So how about this? What's going on, D. Hodges? Orlando Salido. You know, because of longevity, we're going to have Orlando Salido on here. And no, we cannot put him in there at the same time. Teresa says, Nonito Donaire. All right. Well, he fought at 126, but we'll keep him in mind. We'll have him on here on the side along with Shakur Stevenson. All right. We'll have him in mind. Go ahead and shoot me some names, guys, from the 2000s. From 2000, because there's a lot of great legendary names that fought in the year 2000 and up. All right. I don't want to read them off. I want you guys to give them to me. Give me some of these names. Give me some featherweights from 2000 and up. Marquez is Ion. Thank you. All right. If nobody said Marquez, I was going to cry. I was going to put myself on mute and cry because nobody was going to say Marquez. Okay. Juan Manuel Marquez, arguably the best featherweight of the year of the 2000s. So, especially in terms of consistency, definitely here. Give me some other names. Pacquiao, Hamed by haplotypes. Thank you. Okay, Pacquiao and Hamed. Right now, guys, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 7 more names. Let's get one more to lock in the 4 for the 2000s, and we'll go from there. All right. Who else do you guys got? Is Hamed 1M or 2Ms? It's 1M, right? All right. Eric Morales, get the smoke, is officially the subscriber of the month. Look at that. Eric El Terrible Morales. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm telling you right now, the new era cats are not going to get eliminated in the first round like the middleweights. It's not going to happen, bro. These are a lot of good names, a lot of great fighters. Okay, Eric Morales is definitely there, and yes, we got Manny Pacquiao on there already. And who is the great rival of Eric Morales? It's definitely going to be on this list. Can you guys name me? Who is his great rival? They have an amazing, legendary trilogy. If somebody already put it. If I missed it, I'm sorry, but I don't see his name yet. Who is Eric Morales' nemesis? Fight of the century, amazing trilogy. They got him fisticuffs in the press conferences. Are y'all asleep? Or is this thing... Barrera, thank you, Ion. Oh my God. Marco Antonio. You know what it is? I think I have a delay. So I think when I say something, you guys don't hear it for like 20 seconds, it sounds like. So I'm sorry about that. But we'll make it work nonetheless. Okay? But that's true, most definitely. You know what? I found another issue. I know what's going on. Hold on. There we go. All right. So yes, we got Marco Antonio Barrera there. We've got 11 names. And now we could pick from either or. 2000, 2010s. We've got 5 slots to pick from. There's some I have on the side. I know Donaire technically fought there, and Shakur Stevenson is there at the moment. But let's leave them aside for the moment because I still see a lot of great names that you guys have not mentioned yet. A lot of names. So, what do you guys think of Chris John? I know no love for Chris John. There's Rocky Juarez. There's Nicholas Walters. There's Johnny Tapia. It would go by the early 2000s. You know, we got some names here, so shoot them. Got 5 names, guys, still to pick from. Inji Chi. There's, the 2000s had some great featherweights, all right? And even today, we got some good featherweights. So give us some names. Got 5 more names, guys. Shoot me some names. Okay, Johnny Tapia. I'm going to put Tapia on the side for now. What's going on, BFTB in the house? What's going on, BFTB? All right, so far, I'm going to just have to put Johnny Tapia because I'm not seeing a bunch of names. I'm looking at names, but I need you guys to give them to me. Okay? I'm going to put Chris John. All right? We're 13. We need 3 more featherweights to put on here to go to the tournament with fighters going against 80s, 90s, and 70s fighters. So give me some names that we could put on here. What's going on, BFTB? I appreciate the support and that super chat. He says, I can't super chat with this account. Salute D Styles. So salute to you as well. I appreciate that. I'm just going to throw some names out there, guys. And while I throw them out there, put them in the chat. Abner Morris. Johnny Gonzalez. Juan Manuel Lopez. Nicholas Walters. Ponce de Leon. Kevin Kelly. Although we could technically put Kevin Kelly in the 90s, but we'll leave him for the 90s. All right. I'm just going to put the name. I'm going to put Abner Morris on there. Just far more accomplished than a Shakur Stevenson. You know what I mean? We'll put Walters on there. All right. And who am I missing? Walters beat Donaire at 126. So that's where we're going to put Walters on there. All right. And his career didn't end so well, but I mean, there's Juan Manuel Lopez. There's. Give me another name, guys. Come on. Give me another name. You guys are going to make me put a green Shakur Stevenson in here. I'm going to put Johnny Gonzalez. So we're going to move on. All right. Johnny Gonzalez has been added by me, and then that's final. Okay. So right there we got Gary Russell Jr., Leo Santa Cruz, Lomachenko, Carl Frampton, Gamboa, Orlando Salido, Juan Manuel Marquez, Pacquiao, Hamed, Nasim Hamed, that is, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, Johnny Tapia, Chris John, Abner Morris, Walters, and of course, Johnny Gonzalez. BFTV says, Johnny, gotcha. All right. So with that, guys, that is the class of the last 20 years active, 2010s and 2000s. That's there right there. All right. So since the welterweight's probably the best class for the current active fighters. Okay. We're going to go ahead and move on here. What's going on to EJ Boxing Live in the house? All right. What's going on, EJ? So if I could find something here, hold on. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on from that. All right. Let's start with the 90s. All right. If you guys don't remember some names, it's okay. I'm here to moderate, but shoot me some names. I'll let you know if they were from that weight class. All right. So if you're not sure or something, just shoot a name. It's okay. All right. From the 1990s. All right. Give me some names. If you mean Danny Lopez, that's the 70s. Is that who you're talking about? Get the smoke. Or we're talking about Juan Manuel Lopez. I'm not sure, but let's start. Let's lock in 4 guys from the 90s right now. Let's lock in the 4 from the 90s. All right? Let's do that right now. Let's focus for the 90s. Kevin Kelly, good name. All right? A prime Kevin Kelly. Apple Type threw that name out there. I know EJ Boxing Live knows the name. Let's see if EJ could throw him out there. I don't want you guys to be shy. Don't worry about it, okay? Like, I don't want to see a name because what even ever fought a featherweight and they're gonna get on me. Like don't worry about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like just give me some names. All right. Floyd never fought at 126, although he almost fought Nasim Hamed in a catchweight fight. I think Floyd would have destroyed Nasim, but that's not here, nor is it there. We got Nasim Hamed. We got him in the 2000s class. BFTV, he's definitely on there in the 2000s class. I don't know if you guys remember a fighter by the name Tom Johnson. You guys remember him? I know a haplotype or EJ Boxing Live member of Tom Johnson. Right, guys? He was the top featherweight around the middle of the 2000s. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he was up there for a while, right? Tom Boom Boom Johnson. We're going to go ahead and get Tom Johnson on there, okay? The great thing about these tournaments, it'll have you go back and look at some of these guys, bro. A lot of forgotten names in boxing, right? Tom Johnson, let's get him on there for sure. There's another guy that I know you guys can't be forgetting. I know you guys can't be forgetting this guy, but he was big in the late 90s. You're making me text and drive. On the listening says, well, we don't want you to text and drive. There's Manuel Medina. Yes, definitely. He can definitely make the names. I actually wasn't thinking about him, but Manuel Medina for sure. Battle rifle in the house. What's going on? Johnny Tapia is already in the 2000 class. Nassim Hamed is already in 2000s, early 2000s class as well. We already got them on there. What about Luisito Espinosa? Who remembers him? We got Eric Morales in the 2000 class and Barrera as well. They're in the 2000s class. Those guys fought at the 126 in the 2000s, right? Troy Dorsey. He's more like an 80s guy, isn't he? We'll put him on there. Yeah. Put him like 80s or something. So we'll keep Troy Dorsey. We'll keep him in mind. How about that? We'll keep him in mind. We'll keep him in mind. Junior Jones. Is Junior Jones fight at 126? I don't know if I 120. Did he fight at 126? I'm not sure, actually. Did he fight? Did Junior Jones fight? And I can't even check because BoxRec is out of commission right now. What the hell? Man, no wonder y'all ain't giving me names. BoxRec's out of commission, bro. All right. The hell? Why didn't even tell me that? We'll keep an eye on Junior Jones. We'll keep him on the side. I don't think Junior Jones ever fought. But we'll keep him in mind. Let's finish the 90s here. Jeff Finich. Well, I mean, what decade would that be? We'll keep him in mind. We'll keep him in mind. He did fight at 126. Interesting. You know what? Fuck it. We'll add Junior Jones. We'll put Junior Jones in there. Hopefully, he runs into Barrera so he can beat him again. Okay? So we'll get him somewhere in there. Okay? Let's go ahead and go to the 80s. We're going to go to the 80s now, guys. All right, 1980s. All right. There's Pedrosa, Nelson, Gomez, a lot of great names in the 80s. My favorite fighters in the 80s, too. Look, man, I'm just gonna add this guy because he's gonna be added. Okay, and many are calling him the odds-on favorite. Battle Rifles put it, and Azuma Nelson is absolutely gonna be there as well. Azuma Nelson from Ghana has been added. Danny Lopez. I'm gonna put him on there now, but it's more a '70s guy though. But he's definitely gonna be on there regardless. So I know he probably fought in the early '80s, but Danny Lopez, without a doubt, is gonna qualify as a '70s guy. Okay, so we got Danny Lopez on there for sure. Juan Laporte is definitely gonna go on there. He's been at it for sure. Victor Chinian, well, we already finished the 2000s class, but I don't think he would have qualified at all for 126. Okay, now give me a second here, guys. All right. Duran, nah, he won't count for that. Mayweather's yeah, I know Victor Cheney fought like in the 115s, bro. He was under that. Barry McGuigan. I know he was like a kind of a mid '80s guy, but before we put him, Wilfredo Gomez. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put Wilfredo Gomez on there for sure. Okay. Is it Z or let's see? It is Z, right? Wilfredo Gomez. That's what Puerto Ricans spell it with an S. Shit. How about this? Bear McGuigan or Rocky Lockridge? Which one of those two should we put? Let's put it for a vote. Put Lockridge for Lockridge or McGuigan for McGuigan. Rocky Lockridge was solid, solid at 126. Powerful, right there. Well, Ruben Olivares and Vicente Saldivar technically both fought in the '70s. So we'll keep him in mind for the '70s battle rifle. As far as featherweight goes, at least fighting at a yeah, we're gonna put Rocky Lockridge on here. So, but let's do this. Let's complete the '70s. We got three more guys want to lock in on the '70s. Okay, Ruben Olivares, we'll definitely put him on there. And then Vicente Saldivar fought very early in the '70s. Very early in the '70s. But he was ranked. So I don't know if you guys want to put Saldivar in there, but let's explore some other names. Danny Lopez, I already put him on there. What about Get the Smoke Said It? Alexis Arguello. Right? We got Sanchez there. We got Salvador Sanchez in there. What about Bobby Chacon? Few names there. Leonel Hernandez. There's Eder Joffrey or Joffrey, however the fuck you pronounce that. We got Lockridge on there. What Sanchez are you referring to, Abeltat? There's a lot of Sanchez's, you know what I mean? While Boom Boom Mancini, he ain't gonna make featherweight. There's Ruben Castillo. We need one more from the 70s. I mean, Mancini wasn't really that ranked. Man, Vicente Saldivar, I mean, it was early 70s, but Alexis Arguello, we have him on there. We need one more. Yeah, we'll put Vicente Saldivar, bro. That guy's an interesting fantasy matchup for a lot of guys, for sure. All right. We officially got at least 4 from each decade, so now we got more room. You know what I mean? Um, we got 13. We got 3 more names that we can pick. Okay, and there's some that have been left out. Left out. Clemente Sanchez, got you. Happy that. But Clemente Sanchez, what was he? I really wish there wasn't any issues with Boxrec right now because I can't check the dates. What the fuck's going on? All right. He died in 1978, but he was real, real young. We'll hold off on. We'll hold up on him. I mean, because we have some more names to go over. Eusebio Pedrosa, is he on there? What do you guys think about Eusebio Pedrosa? David Cote. What decade? What decade's that? I mean, I guess. I mean, you could kind of put him in the 70s. Let me see. Fuck it. Let's put him in. Yeah. Let's put him in. David Cote. We need 2 more names. Are you guys familiar with Eusebio Pedrosa? I'm going to put him in. You know what I mean? I'm telling you right now. From Panama. He can go 70s or 80s, but at this point, the decades don't matter. But I'm going to put This guy was ranked for a while. So, um, late 70s, mostly 80s. So he's going to go in there. We got room for one more name. Who do you guys want to put in there? We got Juan Laporte in there. Yep. What's going on, Marcus Johnson? We need one more name. We didn't really put any much up to vote this time, but it's all right. There's Manuel Medina. There's we did do one vote for Rocky Lockridge. What about Bobby Chacon? He fought a featherweight. Should we put Bobby Chacon, or does anyone have a better name than Bobby Chacon? We got Eric Morales in the 2000 class, and Barreras in the 2000 class as well. We got Saldivar on there. Vicente Saldivar, he's on there. 1970s here, right? A guy that was ranked high, Edgar Geoffrey. But I think he got voted out by, was he? Hold on. Yeah, no, Saldivar's on there. He's on there. All right, so Edgar Geoffrey, he fought a bantamweight and featherweight. Big puncher out of Brazil. We can add him, Edgar Geoffrey, or Bobby Chacon, unless anybody wants to present me a different name. Anybody got another name? Give me some names, guys. Come on. Is that it? Bobby Chacon and Edgar Geoffrey. Fuck it. We'll vote on those two. All right? Give me a 1 for Bobby Chacon. Give me a 2 for Edgar Geoffrey. Give me a 1 for Bobby Chacon, 2 for the Edgar guy, and that'll be it. Well, the first let's vote on Chacon, and the other let's do 1 or 2 for that, and we'll go from there. All right. It looks like Chacon wins that one. So let's do this. Gregorio Vargas, actually a pretty good name. So for one more final vote, right? If I remember correctly, I think let's see. Bobby Chacon won. Gregorio Vargas 2. Bobby Chacon's a Mexican American fighter. Gregorio Vargas, a more established featherweight from Mexico. So it's between Gregorio Vargas or Bobby Chacon. I want you guys to tell me the name. Who would you rather have as the final selection right now? And there's a few names here, but they weren't mentioned, but we can't have everybody on. So, all right, we're gonna. It looks like all right, Bobby Chacon. All right, Bobby Chacon makes it in, and that is that. All right. What's up to Curtis Anderson in the chat? How's it going? It says this list is loaded. I'm telling you. However, a lot of great names on here, man. But um, I'm telling you guys, bro. Um, man. Let's get him on here. There we go. All right. What's on, G Fuck 84? You guys ready for the draft? We're about to draft out the brackets, right? We're about to get this started, so be ready, right? So let's go back to the active 2010, 2000 fighters. A lot of great names on here, all right? A lot of great names. So this active 2010, 2000 list is actually pretty good, okay? A lot of good names here that I think some may even go deep in the brackets. We will see. But let's go ahead and start the process here. All right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select names from the chat. All right. A lot of the members are not on here for some reason, like AJ10, Cali. I don't know where they went, but that's okay. Better for you guys, right? So let's start off with, we can start with Curtis Anderson since he just came on here. All right. Curtis, if you may, select a name from the active 2010 2000 list on the screen. Pick any name that you see on the screen right now. Pick any name you want. Got Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz, Lomachenko, Carl Frampton, Gamboa, Orlando Salido, Juan Manuel Lopez, Pacquiao, Hamed, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, Johnny Tapia, Chris John, Admiral Morris, Walters, and going on. What's going on? Hey, Rod, how's it going? I definitely see that there's a delay, guys. I have no idea why there's always a delay when I do these drafts, but I see it. Curtis Sanderson has selected Juan Manuel Marquez, Dinamita. And who will he face out of the 70s, 80s, 90s class in the first round? We're going to see what matchup he picks. This will also be the first match of the whole tournament as well. Peace out, Battle Rifles. Who is Juan Manuel Marquez going to face in the first round? We're about to find out. Tom Johnson has been selected to go one-on-one, mano-y-mano with Juan Manuel Marquez. Look at that, right? There we go. That he has selected the name. Now let's go ahead and pick somebody else. Haplotype 0. Give me your first draft pick here from the 2000s class on the screen right now. Who do you select in the first round? Yeah, there's definitely a delay. I see it on the screen. There's a delay. That's crazy. I'm about 10, 15 seconds behind. Wow. That's crazy. Whoever wants to draft next, just let me know so we can speed up the process. But so let me know if you want to go next, so I know you're there, and then it'll be faster. That way, I'm not waiting for people to pick. All right. Are you there, haplotype? Haplotype 0, you there? Am I that delayed, or is he not there? I'm not sure. All right, let's just go with BFTV. He says he's next. All right. So BFTV, go ahead and select a name from the 2000s list on the screen. Yeah, let me know if you want to go next, guys. Go ahead. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Hopefully BFTV doesn't crash while he's texting and driving and looking at the screen. He's going to pick Lomachenko. This is interesting. All right. He has drafted Lomachenko to face who from the list we see on the screen right now. A lot of great names to pick from the 70s, 80s, 90s class. Who do you pick to face Lomachenko in the first round, BFTB? A-Rod, G-Funky, Hodges, stay put. I'm going to go to you guys next. Whoever else wants to go next, it just takes 3 seconds to put next on the screen. Man. PFTV picked Lomachenko to go one-on-one with Salvador Sanchez in the very first round. Wow. All right, well, there you go. All right. All right, haplotype. All right. Haplotype is on here. Go ahead and pick a name from the active 2010-2000 class. Ah, damn, I see a delay, man. Because I have my computer on, and I see how it's playing for you guys, and it's way behind. Like the movements I make on the screen are way behind. But haplotype, who do you pick for the 2010-2000 class? You don't got to know. I just got to pick a name for the screen, bruh. That's it. Naseem Hamed has been selected by haplotype. And who is Naseem Hamed going to face in the very first round, haplotype? It's on the screen right there. Who is he going to face in the first round? God damn, there's some big Mexican legends on this. I'm not going to lie, man. Look at that. What's going on to Drew Titan? Not a lot. We're going through the draft process. You want to stay on and pick a matchup in a little bit. Remain on the line. But I want to know who haplotype's going to pick to go against Hamed. I know you guys are going to hear me repeat myself a lot because unfortunately I have a delay. For some reason when I do these drafts, there's a very, very bad delay. And I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Ruben Olivares to go up in the first round with Naseem Hamed. Man, that's something, right? Chief Funky 84 Go ahead and pick from the active list. From the active 2000, 2010 club. Who do you pick? Chief Funky 84. Where's Chief Funky 84 Rat? Is he going to pick? God damn, I hate this delay. I swear to God. What you guys are hearing me say, I said it like 20 seconds ago. Like, I'm not even joking. Shit's insane. We'll have you go next, True Titan, if you want to stay put, and then we'll go to Curtis after that. All right? All right. Gamboa. Uroques Gamboa at 126, by the way, guys. At 126, Gamboa was a beast, right? But who will Gamboa face? Who do you draft from this 70s, 80s, 90s class to go up against Uroques Gamboa in the first round? Chief Funky 84. Drew Titan, you're next. I got to get with StreamYard, check on these damn delay, man. I don't know what's going on. And Gamboa will be facing Kevin Kelly. All right. In the first round. That's an exciting ass fight. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So Drew Titan is up to select from the active 2010-2000 class. Who do you select from the list of names on the screen? Drew Titan. Drew Titan, ladies and gentlemen, is on the clock right now. Who will he select in his first pick of the featherweight draft? We're about to find out. Man, I just saw when I scrolled up. This is unbelievable. It's like 20, 30 seconds behind. Unbelievable. If you guys already pick a name and then I'm like, who do you pick? It's because I'm delayed, guys. All right. Drew Titan selects Chris John of Indonesia. All right. That's who he selects. And on your second pick, who will face Chris John in the very first round of the Featherweight Fantasy Tournament? Who's he going to face, Drew Titan? I already scrolled down and it's still not showing this is unbelievable. I'm so behind. Wow. A lot of great names on here. A lot of great fighters, man. The featherweight division is a very rich division, a very talented division. I need another like to get to 20 likes, by the way. Who's got another like to give? Azuma Nelson. All right. Azuma Nelson versus Chris John in the first round. All right. Curtis Anderson is back on the clock to make his second selection. All right. Curtis Anderson, who do you pick from the active class and 2000 class that you see on the screen right now? Got to fix this, Johnny, by the way. There we go. We now have Curtis Anderson on deck to make his second selection, a second matchup for the first round. Who's going to pick here? So we still got a lot of great names in this first round, by the way. A lot of these names from the active 2000 class is really happy that Salvador Sanchez is off the table now, by the way. You know what I mean? They're breathing better. Orlando Salido, the one in 16-1, or well, whatever Lomachenko's record is now. And who's he going to be facing from the 70s, 80s, 90s class? Who's Orlando Salido? I'm looking at one matchup right now that I swear to God would be like a fight of the year type candidate, but we'll see who he picks. We'll see who Curtis Anderson picks for this first round match. I also see a lot of names that Orlando Salido has no shot against, but we'll see where he goes with this one. David Cote, look at that. All right. We have selected that. Orlando Salido, David Cote. All right. All right. Who wants to go next? We still got A-Rod on here. Do we got... Is Teresa D still on here? She's a member. I don't really have anybody going next, so who wants to go next? All right, BFTB. He called dibs. So BFTB, select a name. This is now his third round pick. All right. For the active 2010-2000 featherweight class. Where's everybody at, by the way? A lot of people missing. Usual suspects. Teresa D says she'll go next. All right. BFTB, go ahead and select a name from the active 2010-2000 class. Gary Russell Jr. All right. A-Rod, you'll go after Teresa D. Stay put. All right. BFTB, who will he be facing from the 70s, 80s, 90s class? Where's AJ 10, Chicano Prophet, Cali Enigma? Where are these guys at? All right. Who will Gary Russell Jr. be facing in the first round of the brackets? Alexis Arguello. All right. Teresa D. Go ahead and select a name from the active 2010-2000 class. You see him on the screen. Who do you pick? Who do you select? Whoever wants to go next, let me know. A-Rod, you're next. Whoever wants to go after A-Rod, just say it in the chat. Nicholas Walters, all right. The axe murderer, all right. And who will he be facing from the 70s, 80s, 90s class here in the first round? Who will he face? Danny Lopez. Man. All right. Hey, Rod, are you ready now? Or are you still cleaning? What are you doing? But hey, Rod, go ahead and give me a name before they get that whip on you. Um, from the active 2010 2000 class, there are the names from Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton, Manny Pacquiao, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, Johnny Tapia, Abner Mars, Johnny Gonzalez. Who do you pick? A Rod for your first draft selection. Whoever wants to go next, let me know. I don't think I saw anybody put next. What the hell is this? A copyright claim was created for content in Morales versus Maidana. A video like that's years old. What the fuck is this? I don't use other people's fucking content, right? We'll take care of that later. All right, Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz will face who? A Rod from the 70s, 80s, 90s class. Go ahead and select the name. Manuel Medina, Junior Jones, Juan Laporte, Wilfredo Gomez, Vicente Saldivar, Rocky Lockridge, Eusebia Pedrosa, Bobby Chacon. There we go again, Curtis. Who do you pick, A-Rod? Bobby Chacon. All right. Bobby Chacon versus Leo Santa Cruz in the very first round has been drafted out. All right, we'll go ahead and have Curtis Anderson go next. Go ahead and put in the chat, guys. If you want to go next, just put next and I'll pick you next. All right. Curtis Anderson, who do you pick from the current list? Active 2010, 2000. Big Dog Willie here. Is he there somewhere? I'm just waiting here. So I'm just waiting. I'm on delay. So, all right, Manny Pacquiao. We got Manny Pacquiao. All right. And he'll be facing who from the 70s, 80s, 90s class, Curtis, in the first round? Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Is he going to try and give him the easiest possible one? The toughest possible one? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, Drew, you'll go next. After BFTB, you said next first, but all right, got you two next. I swear to God, there's a delay. Eusebio Pedrosa has been selected to go up against Manny Pacquiao in the very first round. All right, so BFTB, go ahead and select the name from the active fighters there. Carl Frampton, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, Johnny Tapia, Abner Mars, Johnny Gonzalez. Go ahead and pick a name. Chief Funky, do you want to go soon? You want to go again? Right now, I'm waiting on BFTB, and he says Morales, Eric Morales, has been said El Terrible from Baja California, Tijuana. And who's he going to face in the very first round? BFTB. There's the list of the 70s, 80s, 90s guys. All right. So Manuel Medina will go one-on-one with Eric Morales in a very first round. That's an interesting matchup for sure. All right. And we got Drew Titan now on deck. Chief Funk, be ready. You're going next. Drew Titan, your next draft selection is who? From the active 2010 2000 crowd. Who do you select? Tom Brown, how's it going? Shout out to you. Let me know if you want to go next. Carl Frampton has been selected. And who is Carl Frampton going to be going up against in the first round with his 70s, 80s, 90s crowd? We got Junior Jones, Juan Laporte, Wilfredo Gomez, Vicente Saldivar, and Rocky Lockridge. Who's he going to go up against? Should be interesting. I don't know if it looks good for Frampton no matter who he picks, but we're about to find out. I still have a delay. Let me try to fix this delay guy. Hold on. I wonder if it's why do I have this delay? Hold on, guys. One moment, guys. Joe Titan has Junior Jones. Wait, give me a second, guys. The hell is this delay about? That L is for Frampton, and he gets destroyed no matter what. I just got those messages. Hold on. All right, G Funky. Go ahead and pick a name here while I try to sort out this damn delay. From the active fighters, G Funky, who do you pick? I tried refreshing StreamYard, but I still see a big delay. All right, Barrera. Marco Antonio Barrera has been selected by Chief Funky. Man, look at those tough matchups for Marco Antonio Barrera. All right. Who do you select in the second round? I mean, who do you select to face Barrera, Chief Funk? Look at this, bro. I literally scrolled down and I just saw the scroll down. Like the delay got worse. It got worse. Wilfredo Gomez. Man, Mexico versus Puerto Rico. That's going to be interesting. All right. All right, man. BFTB, go ahead and select the name. Tapia, Mares, Gonzalez. Go ahead and select one of those names. Man, this delay sucks. So when I ask a question, it's literally like a delay of 20 fucking seconds. And I don't know why, actually. Well, that's what I'm doing, Drew Titan. But the problem is when I'm speaking on the mic, you guys don't hear it for like 20, 30 seconds. All right, Johnny Tapia. Like when you posted that, you're not going to hear me say, like I read, as soon as you posted it, I read it. And you're probably going to hear it to like, I'm not sure when, but Johnny Tapia has been selected by BFTB. All right, 70s, 80s, 90s. Who is Johnny Tapia going to go up against in the very first round of this tournament? Interesting. See, I just scrolled down. I'm looking at it on YouTube. It's, dude, this shit's insane. Man. All right, Vicente Saldivar. All right. There we go. Vicente Saldivar will be going one-on-one with Johnny Tapia in the very first round. All right. And well, here's what we're gonna do. We always do this with the final two. This is what we always do. All right. Gonna have one person select an active 2010 fighter. And then a second person is going to pick the opponent. All right. Drew Titan, go ahead and select either Abner Mars or Johnny Gonzalez. Select one of those two guys. Man, it's a huge delay. Like big, big delay. All right, so Abner Mars has been selected by Drew Titan. BFTB. Juan Laporte or Rocky Lockridge, who should Mars go up against in the first round? I'm going to type delay right now, like right while I'm talking, right? And so you guys could see like how much of a delay there is. Laporte, all right? So Mars goes up against Laporte, and that means that Johnny Gonzalez will go up against Rocky Lockridge in the very first round. There we go. We finished the Dan draft. All right. Shout out to everyone that wasn't here, like AJ10, Chicano Prophet, Cali Enigma. I could go on, but Christian NWO. I have no idea. People are not getting the notifications. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why, but it's an issue that's going on. And then YouTube sending me stuff that apparently I did some copyright. I don't know what. You're gonna send me a notification of a copyright from something from like, I mean, this is stupid. But anyway, all right. Like everyone knows, I don't do any fucking copyright shit. But with that said, guys, I want to thank you once again. We have the tournament has all been selected. Okay, the whole thing has been selected. All right. I want to thank everybody who participated. Okay, once again, and I'll get the times that we're going to be doing the brackets, so people are notified ahead of time. We can't depend on YouTube, okay? But with that said, once again, thank you. This is D-Style Boxing, and I'm out of here. Peace.